Welcome to Victory the Podcast. I'm Doug Ellin.
Kevin Connolly.
I'm Kevin Dillon. Victory.
And he is back.
I am
You know,
back.
I mean, the guy's like at the pyramids in Egypt. I'm like, I don't have a life anymore. I don't do anything.
You and I are fucking losers, bro.
I mean,
we're fucking holed up in the
Somebody's got to hold down the
I'm
fort
fucking holed up
so
in the
I can
studio 6
travel
days
the
a
world.
week.
No, I'm serious. Dylan missed our episode with David Nutter, where it was such a great episode.
Wow,
and
you had Nutter?
Yeah,
I
we
didn't
had
know
Nutter
that.
on, dude, and Nutter. Well, you should. We'll talk about
yeah,
it. Do you know
Dylan's
that-
gonna listen to the
You
episode.
know that
Sure,
you know Nutter has Parkinson's.
No, I didn't
Yeah,
know
he
that.
told us on the air. Yeah.
But he's still working.
But he's still
fucking-
sharp, isn't he?
Bro, sharp as a tack, and he's still directing $100 million HBO shows.
But the thing that I was
So
saying,
how does he know? How did he know he has it? Because he's still forgetful. I mean,
no. It has nothing to
that's-
do with your brain. It's physical, muscle.
Oh, I
and-
got you, I
and,
got you.
know,
Right, it's like Michael J.
Fox.
Fox,
and,
right? So it's but his brain is sharp as
got
ever.
And he's worried. He just did 6 episodes of. He did every episode of the Time Traveler's Wife.
It's
on HBO.
one of the most inspiring interviews we've ever done.
Wow.
But
But
his
also-
wife passed away, all that.
oh, no.
What I was saying though is after him and Dillon. Dillon's like made in our 3 years of doing this podcast, 2 years. I don't even know how long we've been doing it. Dillon's made like 14 movies. I made one pilot that no one's seen. Like 6 people have seen. And
I haven't done anything.
Well, you started
I've
a
been
business,
fucking locked
you
up in
know,
this
but,
place with Stock Tip Dave.
But now Dillon's also not only is Dillon working all the time. I don't go anywhere. I don't do anything
That's what I want to say.
anymore.
So,
I just-
Kev, walk us through it. So, we knew
so
you were going to.
I was going to Cannes.
You're going to camp for Frankie and Johnny.
Frank and Penelope.
Frank and Penelope.
Frank and Penelope,
and
which is out there right now. Go check it out.
Right.
It's in the theaters.
What?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
in theaters. The billboard is on Sunset,
Billboard on
and
Sunset.
it's getting great reviews too.
I'm sorry,
it's a fun movie.
Who's in it again? Besides you?
Oh, good God, he loves to ambush me.
thing-
with
Wait,
this
no,
stuff.
I wasn't
you
asking.
said-
I wasn't
that.
asking.
Hey,
crew
cut that,
questions.
We'll
please.
cut that, Dave.
Cut
We'll
that,
cut
please.
Wait, I told you, don't ask him.
I thought you meant director, not the
Whatever. He doesn't know the fucking. He doesn't know.
All
the
right,
fucking-
I know that's right.
Okay, here we go.
So yeah, it's a really cool movie.
I'm psyched to see
Sean
it.
Patrick Flannery is the director. He does a great job.
And he will also kick
got
your
some
ass.
good young actors.
Wait,
oh
am
yeah,
I-
he's a badass.
He's a
dude.
black belt in
He's
jiu-jitsu.
a total badass.
Wait, Sean, I could.
Sean Patrick
He's not
Flannery-
the guy who wrote Moonstruck. I mean, he's not.
No,
been
no,
around.
Sean
he's a
Patrick-
young guy.
He's an actor. He's an actor,
young
but
actor.
this is his first movie.
Awesome.
And he's great in it.
Sean Patrick Flannery was Powder,
Yes.
the actor that played in
Wow.
Powder. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
like 20 years ago. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's done a lot of stuff
He's
since
also
then.
a black belt. I mean, he's like really.
No, I
he's
wasn't
like,
saying-
yeah, he's apparently
I
just
wasn't
a
saying like it's
total
20 years
badass.
ago, like he doesn't work, because I know he works more than me. I was just saying,
Right.
I was
Like you
just
should
like-
talk.
Yeah.
All right. So Kev, so you go for Frank and Penelope.
Yeah,
So
and,
where does this other part of the trip take place?
Well, I just had I had a commitment to do a couple, interviews and some red
At Cannes.
carpet stuff at Cannes.
Right.
And I did all that stuff, and then I've traveled around a little bit. Went to
You ran into
Monaco. I went to Monaco,
Monaco.
and what's the other one? Saint Tropez.
Jeez.
And then I figured, then we set up a little trip to Egypt to check out the pyramids, and it was amazing. Man.
All right. A couple things. You ran into my buddies.
I did, yeah.
Where'd you run into them?
I saw
Which
Chuck.
buddies?
I saw Chuck, and I saw Leo.
Where at like a can party?
Did Leo know
Yes,
who you are?
it was
Did he
the
know who you
Of
are?
course
yeah,
he
of course he
They're
does.
friends.
He has
Yeah,
no,
Yeah,
he has-
no.
I'm just saying, he doesn't
They're
know who I
friends for
am.
20
That's all
years.
right.
I met him through
I-
Kevin.
I met him through Kevin also. I thought we were friends. He
He's
called
a
me
great
producer.
guy, man.
I
Great
love
guy.
him. I love him as a performer as well.
Does
He
he
just
know
doesn't know
Kevin
I am.
Dillon? Of course he knows Kevin Dillon.
just
He's
doesn't
watched,
know it.
watched Entourage.
It was the Amphar event.
Oh, okay. That's like
And,
the big to-do there,
It was a
right?
big thing, and it was fun. So we did that.
So did
and
you
then,
replace Connolly in the Pussy Posse?
All right, but Kev, here's my question. Who does that travel? How do you work out those travel arrangements? How do you go? So you sit in a can and you're like, fuck it, we're over here.
well, I
right?
already no, I set it up beforehand.
Oh, you did set
but
it
I
up.
did it kind of last minute.
But you made those arrangements here.
Yes,
Okay.
with it probably a week before I left.
Right. So
And
you
I
said, all right,
had Amy, my girlfriend, just kind of set it up. She's good with that stuff.
right, book it.
Of course,
flights.
it's going to be, it's going to be nice hotels. If she's
Yeah.
booking it, it's going to be a different kind of hotel. But it was great. I mean,
So
we
did you
stayed
spend
at
a
the Four
fortune on this
Seasons.
trip or what?
Spend some money.
Listen,
Spend some money.
life is short, and if you're gonna go to Egypt,
It's a
you
bucket
fucking stay
list,
at the
bro.
Four Seasons.
Oh, you know you have to.
You
If
have
you're going
to.
to Cairo, it's amazing.
Is there a
Cairo
view
is a huge city. It's dirty and kind of
I
feels
was there
dangerous. I don't know
like
if it is.
35 years ago. But does the Four Seasons? Can you see the pyramids or
Yes.
no? Like from
No, not from Cairo, not from the Four Seasons.
Right.
But you're not far. I mean, the pyramids are in
you
Cairo.
must have not had the
they
same
feel
room.
like they're in the desert, but
you must
they're really
have not had
in
the
city.
same room that I had because you can see them from the Four Seasons. In Cairo.
Yeah, I was looking at the Nile. so
Dylan was in the
I couldn't-
courtyard.
No, they hooked me up. They gave me a good room and had
But
a
dude,
great stay.
you're smart. If you're gonna go, then fucking do it, bro.
Yeah.
Don't
Oh, no, you
don't
gotta
do
do
it
it. You gotta
halfway.
do
Do it. Go.
And then we went to a place called Sharm el Sheikh. You ever hear of it? It's like it's on the Sinai Peninsula, and it's like a beach resort
right.
right on the Red Sea, and the coral is unbelievable. You go out on a dock, you jump right in, you're looking at the coral, you're swimming around, snorkeling. It's amazing, dude.
So-
it was.
Go ahead, sorry.
It
Do
was
people
awesome.
recognize you in Egypt? Like,
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
It is, right?
I
Shocking.
swear to God,
Me
I
too.
was totally shocked.
That's awesome.
I thought I'd be able to totally sneak under the radar. It
Right.
wasn't the case.
Yeah,
everywhere.
I had people yelling at me at the pyramids. I was
Yeah.
there between
Egyptians,
Season,
too.
I was there between season 7 and 8. I was standing on the pyramid, and some guy yells, "Yo, E, get Vinny off the shit." I'm like, he totally ruined my pyramid moment. I was
Wait,
like,
you were standing on the pyramid.
I was standing
You were
on
about to go
the
inside.
pyramid. I had a headband on. I'm like looking in awe at the
the
pyramids.
lower
I
level
was
of
like,
the pyramid. Yeah. Yeah.
Yo, E,
I mean, but you didn't do a victory in front of the pyramids.
I did, man.
Where is it?
It's the post is coming.
oh my
Oh,
God.
now that has to be collaborated with victory. As
You may
well.
want to send that
That's-
to Doug and let him
Yeah.
handle
Yeah,
that.
don't waste that.
I
That's
will.
an enormous.
I'm
bonus.
gonna,
that's gonna
I'm gonna
make-
throw it out there. You guys are gonna love it.
Now-
Because you said I got to do one everywhere I,
love
go.
that.
Well, and
That's
I'm gonna
awesome.
do it. From now on, I'm gonna do it.
I'm
It's
glad
gonna
you did.
it's gonna be better than the canals.
Yeah.
I mean the
Yeah.
pyramids.
Yeah, that was
the
pretty good.
victory.
The Venice Canals.
Venice
but,
Canal's good, but it ain't the
yeah, I
pyramids.
And
dropped
Dylan,
to the
you're,
knee.
you're a
It's not. Yeah, it's just
you're a
photo.
construction guy. So I mean, do you think about how amazing it is that they put this thing together?
I'm blown away by it. I mean, 4,000 years ago, nobody was doing anything.
Yeah.
And they
Yeah.
built these things.
Yeah.
It's unreal.
Yeah. So right
I mean,
now,
the
would you be
stones are
up for
massive.
getting involved in like a new construction of that? Would you be like, I could figure that out nowadays with my
Well,
talent
I
and
mean,
skills?
nowadays.
I know how it is. I know.
Yeah,
I know.
I'll move those pyramids, 5 feet to the left if you want me to right now.
like
Whatever you want.
Mud ramps. They built them with mud ramps.
That's my guess, too, is some kind of ramp.
Pulley system.
Oh, so
mud
you didn't
ramp.
do a
wraps
tour
around
where
it.
they told you about
They
it?
don't
No,
know.
nobody
Doug.
knows.
They don't
Nobody
know.
really knows.
The greatest scientists and experts in the world can say for a fact how it was built. Nobody knows.
No.
Can't say.
They cannot say.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So Dylan. So you get to Cairo. I saw you on the camels. Right. So
Well, horseback.
Oh, that was a
But
horse?
I did do a photo with a camel. I was like, we got to get out.
gotta
You
get
didn't
Yeah.
ride a camel? Why be
Yeah, I
so
did.
against the camels?
No, because I love horseback. I'm a good
you go
horseback
bareback.
rider.
You go bareback.
You're sick, dude. You're just sick. You just go too far.
I don't go bareback.
I will ride a
No
horse
saddle
bareback.
for you.
Shit, yeah.
I don't
No
know. I just
saddle
thought
for
you'd
you,
want to
bro.
ride a camel in the desert, but
Well, yeah, I've done it before. They move slowly. You can't gallop. I mean, I'm all about
Yeah.
a
so
nice
did you have like an
canter,
Arabian?
just-
Did you have like an Arabian horse?
I had. If you want good horses, you got to pay extra, and I wanted good horses, so we were able to
Oh.
gallop
I mean, fuck,
around.
you're at the Four
we-
Seasons.
We rode all over the pyramids. It was unbelievable.
On horseback?
Yeah.
By yourselves?
Well, no, we had a guide.
You had a guide with you?
We had a guide, but yeah, I mean,
I just
we
have
were going
nothing-
around the pyramid.
I have
Now,
nothing
did
to
you
talk
go
about.
into the pyramid?
Yeah, I went in.
How crazy is that? Did you
It
go
was
up?
awesome.
Did you go all the way up?
Yeah, I went all the way
Me
up
too. I
into
did
the
same thing,
into
yeah.
the chamber.
Into the chamber.
Isn't it amazing?
It
I
was
was
cool.
there in 1980.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I got bar mitzvah in Israel, and then I went over to Egypt. How about
That's
that?
amazing.
And Rome.
That's amazing.
Did you have any
Connolly has no
experience
interest.
with
He's like,
the
I
Nile?
don't care about the bar mitzvahs.
Did you have any? Did you fuck with the Nile River at all?
Yeah, we I forget what those boats are called, but we took a boat ride on the Nile.
Jesus
the big.
Christ!
Should have put
We
Dylan in
didn't
a
do like a.
should have put Dylan in a
cruise.
big basket.
No, but you
had him yell victory. at
Send
him.
me down the river.
Yeah.
They have the river boats. So
Yeah.
you went on a river boat on the Nile.
Yes.
Did you know that the
Well,
Nile?
no, it's not a riverboat. It was a sailboat. It's an Egyptian sailboat. I forget what they're called.
right.
Tell us.
Yeah,
it's
we
like-
did like a sunset, cruise around the
Cruise.
Nile.
It's
but that
the
was
only
it.
river in the world that flows up.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That flows north. Huh.
Yes.
Wow.
Connolly has
Interesting,
some very
He's got some
weird information.
Weird
sometimes.
knowledge.
Which
that,
speaks to the
that is
religious aspect.
There are some
completely
people.
useless. To
There
anyone,
are some
but-
people saying that you're wrong about this, by the way. So maybe Dillon can answer this. But Emmanuel was on the podcast who does Superman and Lois show, and Connolly says that Superman does not kick ever. But someone said that Christopher Reeves, like I said, did in fact kick Zod. Do you know anything about this, Dillon?
I don't remember him kicking anyone.
Oh no! You know what? You know what? He might have kicked Zod, or
That's what
he
I
picked
thought.
him up and he picked him up.
Oh,
And
he
threw
drop
him.
kicked him, maybe. Okay.
I thought was Zod, and I could be completely. Was Zod Terrence Stamp? I haven't seen.
Well,
this
how
movie
about
in-
this?
General Zod
How
was
about
Terrence
this?
Stamp.
It was
You know,
Terrence Stamp, yeah.
that movie was all wrong, but Superman can't fly.
What?
He jumps.
What?
He does.
Are you talking about?
Yeah. What are
The
you talking-
original Superman is
Like he's
he
just like a
runs-
jumper.
He runs and jumps. That just like the movie.
Jumps like
the TV show.
miles, or what do you
Yeah,
mean?
he
Because
could
I remember him going around
he
the
could-
whole Earth in the movie I'm talking
Well,
about.
he could jump that far.
No, he can't. He can't spin the Earth around the other way to save Lois Lane's life.
No, but
Listen,
he can
that's
jump
the movie
as
I'm
far
really
as he
familiar
needs
with.
to go. I mean, his legs are that strong. He could jump. He's a jumper. Do you remember the TV show? He would get a running start and really.
I didn't even know
jump,
there was a Superman
and he would
TV show.
land on
Hey,
a.
what are you talking
on
about? He
the
killed
move.
himself. The guy that killed himself.
Yeah.
You don't remember that?
You talking? I actually know.
There was
Yeah,
like the
a
TV
couple
show.
guys committed
There was a
suicide, I
TV
think.
show in the 50s, and George Reeves was his name.
Oh
Yeah, George
and,
Reeves.
and he killed
Yeah.
himself because he couldn't shake the Superman.
Hey, is anyone in the booth right now? Yeah, find out if Superman, the real from the comic strip, could jump. I mean, could fly because I believe
This is crazy.
He could
I
not
think
fly. He jumps through the air.
I got to tell you,
I think as
most of,
general rule, he doesn't kick. Now,
most
maybe
of
he
my
can kick one of those
Superman
guys.
knowledge is from the Gene Hackman, Christopher Reeves. Who else is in
Yeah.
that? Ned
When
Beatty.
he was floating in the air,
Margot
they
Kidder.
jumped the shark for me.
When he was
He
floating
couldn't
in the air.
float.
But he circled around the Earth to restart time. And
Kev,
stuff.
I think
because
you
he's
missed the
jumping.
mark. He's not jumping. He's spinning around the Earth. He flies.
Well, he's flying through the air because he jumped. But he's not he can't just float.
so,
He can't
like,
float-
we need
he
to get an
cannot
expert.
float into the air.
So he
And
should be in the
can't
Olympics. He'd be the
stop.
greatest long jumper in the history of the world.
Yes.
But I watched him fly. I remember him like. And,
I think. All right, I think what Kevin is saying is that in the original comic books, it's literally based on the fact that he, with the power of his jump, he can
Yes.
get to wherever he
can-
needs to
He
go.
can go through the air, but he can't stop.
Right.
But
in mid-flight, he would
can't.
just fall.
But in the
of course,
later
he would
days,
probably not get
I
hurt.
think he evolved in the movies, and he's a flyer. But I don't know. Now
Well,
you guys are
he
saying
did in the movies,
He
but
can't
that's
fly
that's
and he
a cheat.
can't use his
That's
legs. Is what
that's
you two
jumping
were
the
saying.
shark, in my opinion.
They took some
when
creative.
they made him float.
They took some creative license.
Are you a comic book guy?
Not really, but my uncle created Flash Gordon.
What?
So,
What?
like, you guys don't know this?
What the fuck are you talking about?
What?
Alex Raymond, my Uncle Alex, created Flash Gordon.
This is insane
How do we not
information.
know this? Is that true?
We almost
Yeah,
had Vince
100%.
playing Flash Gordon.
That's
at one
where the
point, I
art
think.
talent comes from. That side of the family. My dad is
This
got
is
it from him.
I mean,
my grandmother. It's my great uncle, my grandmother's brother.
who hides this information? I know you 30 years. I mean, like
It's
what-
out there, man. I
So
thought
he
might have
drew
told you guys,
he
but
drew that first drawing.
He drew it, but he also created the comic strips. So I mean, he created everything.
Is he a
wealthy guy?
wealthy man? Is he?
He's dead. He died in
did
the
he make
first
a lot of money?
Corvette. He had a car
Wealthy?
accident in the
Did he
first
leave you
Corvette.
any money, Uncle Flash?
No. He's we were second. I mean, he had his family.
Did you hear that? He died in a car accident in the first Corvette. Interesting.
Yep.
Like, what year was that? What was
63.
63 was the first year they made the Corvette?
Yeah. He was
tell
also
you-
a Marine and a high-ranking Marine as well.
I've
like a
talked
major-
about stuff on this
major
podcast.
lieutenant.
Talk about a biography.
I
That's-
Oh
learned
yeah, this
more
guy was a
about you
badass.
guys.
He was handsome. He smoked a long cigar with the.
I learned more about you two doing this podcast than in the previous 25 years I knew. you. I don't
His
understand.
brother Jim Raymond, my other uncle, did Rip Curl. Or he did Blondie for all those years.
What do you mean did Blondie?
He did the art. He did the art for
Oh,
Blondie.
okay. I thought you were
You know,
talking about the
remember the
singer.
comics?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
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 Wow.
Blondie.
So, I mean, Dylan might
My
have-
uncles were pretty much hammered.
What's your uncle's name?
Uncle
again?
Pat. Uncle Pat. Yeah.
Didn't Uncle Pat have a fight at the Entourage
He
premiere
didn't
one year?
create much. No. I don't know where that comes
that
from.
not a true story?
No, that's not a true story.
Kind of a rumor. That's
No,
going
he
around
was
here.
fun.
He might have gotten fallen off a bar stool, but I don't know that. I don't know that he got in a
He was
fight.
fun. He was
Yeah,
awesome.
he was fun.
Trying to think. My uncle doesn't even talk to me, actually. So I don't have any great uncle stories. Like, it's just really weird to just throw out my uncle created.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Flash
I'm
Gordon.
pretty good at
Yeah.
I'm surprised surprised I didn't know that. Hey, have you guys
Well,
ever...
and he did it in the 30s too, so it came out around the time of Superman.
The
right?
30s. How fucking old are you, bro?
have you guys thought about doing Ancestry.com or any
I
of that?
did it.
kind of
I did it years
23andMe.
ago.
I did 23andMe. I'm terrified now that I'm going to have a relative arrested for a serial killing now.
Right, you're gonna.
Have you
That's
seen
right. I
that?
don't want to
feel
get my
like-
Uncle Pat in trouble.
I
That's why
feel
don't
like
wanna do
they've
it.
figured out more now, so I want to do it again because
Well, once they have your shit, they can redo it. So they
they
have all the
frame
info.
you for murder if they want to.
I'm telling you, though, that's what scares me now because you watch those 2020s where they actually have solved serial killings from other relatives. So I've told all my relatives to watch out because I've now put my DNA on.
I mean, that's how they caught the Golden State Killer.
Yes, that's exactly right.
Oh yeah, through Ancestry or 23andMe
Yep,
or whatever it
yep,
was.
yep,
It
yep.
was- They,
So-
they were able to narrow it down.
By the way, Dillon looks terrified right now. It's like,
I'm a little concerned.
we
Yo,
should
were
just
there
grab
any-
his coffee cup and
I'm a
get
little
a sample.
What I'm really concerned about is Connolly's knee is bleeding.
yeah,
Oh.
What have you been doing on your knees, bro?
tough hockey
God
game
knows
last
what.
night.
Why would your knees be bleeding from a hockey game? You're wearing so much padding. How is
Blow
that?
the other team afterwards.
Yeah, after
Is that an
losing
after the
9-1.
game incident? Or
No, no, it's me putting in effort and trying to get in front of the net. And there's a little
Did you win?
space. No, we lost.
Oh, you guys
9-1.
did
9-1.
Do you have a win yet?
We have one win. Yeah,
Oh, you did get a win.
we got one win. Yeah.
What's your
kind
record?
How pathetic was that team? That you
We're
beat?
one win, 6 losses, and 1 overtime loss.
Did Scotty score the lone goal last night?
Scotty did not, but
'cause
he had the
He
assist.
was moving up in the standings of
Yeah,
scoring.
Scotty's up
It's
there.
Rangers tonight, right?
Rangers
Yes,
tonight.
game
Rangers
7.
tonight.
Game 7.
Game 7, go Tampa.
No, it's not.
What?
It's game 5.
What do you mean?
Game
Tampa?
Game 5. Yes,
Game
but
5.
I
dare you.
You know me. I mean, besides
Fucking
that,
Islander fans. Over
besides that, we had that one great experience where we got to go to the Rangers playoff game, and they blamed you for them losing
I
because
know.
you were on the
I know.
scoreboard
Did they
yelling
blame you?
victory.
I don't
Oh, it was in the
know.
New York Post. They said we're like entourage
That
guys
was
are
Tampa
bad
Bay
luck.
too.
Was it?
That was Tampa Bay.
You know what? You gotta root for McDonough a little bit. No,
No.
Kevin?
I don't.
Wow,
I
so
don't have.
angry.
I don't have
You
to do
guys are
anything.
Wait, so
sour. You
don't
guys
get-
are so
Don't
sour.
get nasty with me. You're rooting for the Rangers because I have my good friend in town,
You're
David
sour.
Schumann. We grew up like us, diehard Islander fan. He's like, you know what? We just can't root for Tampa because it makes the Islanders' legacy looks bad if they win this. So we got to root for the Rangers. No, the Rangers. When I was 11 years old, wearing my Dennis Potvin jersey in the garden,
1940.
they would throw shit at me. Adults.
No,
I
I
was
get
a
that.
child.
You shouldn't even be in the garden.
I don't have any feeling. I'm not rooting.
You don't
I-
have any feelings
I
at
don't
all.
have any feelings at all. I'm watching.
Pain is all you
I like
feel.
to watch hockey.
I just want to know: are you bleeding from watching hockey? or
Both of you
playing?
guys
Why
are
you bleeding?
jealous of the Rangers and the Mets because
I
the
am-
Mets
I am
are
jealous of the
pretty damn
Rangers.
good.
They're not as good as the Yankees.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, they're
not
both
as
good.
Yeah, they're both good.
I don't know. I don't know. When
I
we
am
get DeGrom
jealous.
back, they
By the
might
way,
be
look
better.
Look at my legs. I'm covered bruises everywhere. My
I
arms.
don't want to look at your legs. They're
My-
blinding me. By the way.
Jesus, get some calf implants. Those things are disgusting. Those
It's a
twigs.
tan.
He's got
Put a little,
twigs.
like a little spray tan, a little.
Yeah, but I'm
something.
trying to get color. I'm trying to get color.
How are you bleeding though? So someone hit you with a stick in between the pad?
I go into the dirty areas. I go into the
You like to throw the gloves up.
no. We go
Dylan,
into the
you know
corners.
we found out that some of the opponents in the league are
They said
listening to
something
the
to me.
podcast.
They said something to me last night.
What'd they say?
There was just a couple comments. And
us.
I'm like thinking, but I was thinking about it, and we were talking good. We were pumping their tires, talking about how great they were.
But we don't have to because we're not going to feel any of the
Who are we
consequences.
talking about?
Well, I was
Another
like-
team?
In his Mar Vista men's league, the other team is listening, so they think Connolly's like a little cocky.
No. We talked about how great the other team was. Basically, we were basically talking shit about our own team. But they were like, "Hey, thanks for the ego boost." The guy said last night. I was like,
Sincerely, not so.
"Yeah, they I guess it had made the rounds. All it takes
Well,
is one.
you-
all it takes is one person to hear it, right? Then you send it
Well,
around.
Connolly says these guys are like semi-pro.
I just
Well, he's just building them up so he doesn't look as bad
Exactly.
as when he gets destroyed by them.
I said I'm not good enough to be in this division. I said that.
Don't you have a pro on your team?
He hasn't shown up for a game yet.
What the hell's up with that?
Especially they're 1-6-1. Why would he show up now? There's
Not
only
one
4
game.
games left.
By the way, if he showed up now and really locked down that defense, I mean, it could be.
But you're mathematically eliminated already. I'm assuming.
Nah,
from
we
the
have 3
playoffs.
games left. We could probably sneak in if we won our last couple games.
Why haven't you been cut from this team yet? I mean, what are they doing? Why are they keeping you on here?
Are you that
know.
bad that you should be cut?
I'm not. No, I'm just below the middle of the pack.
All right.
What I can tell you, whether he's good or not, Scotty, who used to produce this podcast and be in the
Scotty
booth,
not here?
Well,
Scotty?
he doesn't sit around to listen when he knows we're talking about the game, so we don't get the real answer as to what happened during the game, what Connolly's contributions
Well, I think
were.
Scotty would tell you that last night was one of my better games I've played in my return.
Like what?
In
What'd
my
you do?
comeback.
Were you plus minus 3?
No, I just, I was involved. I could have had a couple goals. I didn't, and that's it. But I'm saying, it's one of the better games I've played in my comeback. But I've decided to keep the comeback going.
Does anyone take a run at you? Are there boards?
Yeah, of course it's boards.
So did anyone board you? Anyone
No,
just
but like
paced you against
you hear
the
weird
boards?
things. In our league, in the week before, somebody punched the referee. Can you imagine that?
What?
Yeah. Punched the referee. An email went out from the league that said, guys, there is nothing less important than what we do here on Wednesday night.
I just have to
The
say,
fact that-
I don't know if they're actually listening,
There's nothing
so I don't
less
need
important.
some lunatic coming after
Well,
us. But
back
any
after us.
jerk off that hits a fucking referee in
Well,
the
he-
Mar Vista Men's League should literally have the living shit kicked out
Well,
of him.
he's obviously got
Mental problems. So
Right,
what?
right.
Everybody's got mental problems.
No, but I'm saying
right?
I don't think he's.
Or he got a
I don't-
couple bad
I don't think
calls, you
He's
don't
in the
know.
league, and as it turns out, that's what it was. I was like, well, what was it over? It was over a call.
Of course, it was over a call. I mean, do you know, like when I was
mean,
when
it's
Lucas,
ridiculous.
my son who played Ari's son was a kid, we had a basketball game. They were, I mean, they weren't even good, but we're down like 25 points at halftime when he was like 9-10, and Baron Davis was with me, and Baron was so disgusted. He asked the coach if he could take over, and I'm sitting there and I'm going like, Baron, what can you really accomplish with this? And Baron took over, and I have it all on video. We win at the buzzer, and like he was telling Lucas, shoot. And Lucas was looking at him like from 3-point range. He goes, I can't reach, Baron. This is what this game is going on. Anyway, they win at the buzzer, and the other team protested that Baron was not an official coach. And I remember just going to these people, do you know how pathetic and embarrassing you are that you would protest this? But my point is, a grown man in the Mar Vista Men's League, I don't care if it was a bad call. He punched the guy?
Yeah, he punched the ref.
Did he hurt him or like?
Yeah, I don't think it was great. I mean, it was, it's there's guys out there. It's funny too because Kevin Connolly came to one of the games, and we've just turned him on to hocky here at
That's
the office.
our sound master here.
And Kevin was like, wow, it's much faster on TV. He's like, I was like, do you think, Kev? Yeah, no, we're not exactly
Bunch of
the
old
Tampa
guys.
Bay Lightning.
Well, I
flying
don't
around
want this lunatic to take a run at Connolly on
He's
the
not.
thing, but whoever you are a fucking loser.
there. Yeah, I mean, I think he's got pretty serious problems.
I know. So does every guy that's hitting people in the street and everywhere else.
And you know what actually happened last night? There was obviously I wear a full. Scotty doesn't wear a mask. Scotty wears a helmet. Nothing. Last night, another guy on our team, he just had and he's good. Brian, we call him the animal. He had a collision with a guy who had a cage on, and he just has a fucking line slit the whole right down the side of his face. Cut him.
Stitches?
I don't know what became of it, but I mean, like his pupil. I said to him, "Yo, dude, be careful, man." He played the rest of the game. They
Connolly-
put a Band-Aid on his face.
Wow,
He finished the game.
that's a real hockey player.
You need the maximum shield. I got to protect your
I have
face
I
now.
wear- I
okay?
wear- I wear a
like
mask.
Dillon, you just saw. I mean, we're not going to talk about what it is, but you just saw the reshoot of the
Yes, I
Ramble-On
did.
pilot, which is, I mean,
Well, yes, I did, and I love it.
How does that begin compared to what was there?
It plays better.
Yeah.
A lot. I loved it before, but now I really love it.
Yeah, and Connolly, he's great. We can't
Kevin
have him,
kills it
We can't have
in
his
that
face
scene.
scratched up. I mean, that would be horrible. You know.
We got to sell this show.
Yeah, we're gonna.
It ain't your face, bro, that's selling the show.
certainly not his legs
Right, it's
either.
like you
so-
can wear whatever hockey helmet you choose.
Shabby white legs that need implants.
Oh, listen, I have calves. All right.
Oh, wait, you want to do a calf off?
I
Let's
listen.
calf off right now.
Listen, I'm the guy without
make me pull
calves.
my legs.
That's where the story came from. It was actually my ex-wife who suggested that in Hawaii, at the same time that I was reading Killing Pablo, which is where Medellin came from. But my ex-wife was the one who was like, said something about calf implants. I'm like, are you making fun of me? I have small calf. What can I tell you?
Yeah,
I think my
So
athleticism
you started working
trumps
them
both
out,
of you.
and you couldn't get them to grow.
Nothing. It's done nothing. I never did the implant.
we
would,
had
actually.
Emmanuel
Did a
on-
hair implant. Why not?
I know. I'm bummed I missed that.
We had Emmanuel on the podcast. It's funny, Doug. I don't know if you caught this, and Emmanuel had just come from doing an interview, and she said to Doug, interesting question, because somebody just asked me this in an interview, like, where did Sloan come from? And did you see? I don't know. I felt like she was a little disappointed. Doug was like, oh, Ferris Bueller's Day Off from Sloan and Ferris Bueller's
Why?
Day Off.
Why do you think?
I don't know. I think she had higher hopes for.
Really?
That's a good one.
I mean, we loved Sloan when we were growing up.
I mean, I got the reference and I understand it. It was like she was
younger.
like the dream girl, Right? Sloane was the dream girl.
Yeah.
Right.
You think Emmanuel was disappointed?
Not disappointed. I don't think. I think she had higher hopes for the origin story.
I should have made up something better, but that's where it was. I mean,
Well, that's where the name came from.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And it was even, I'm trying to remember, McEwick might have even been something to do with it. It's just so funny to think about Emmanuel. Like, there's no way Emmanuel came from Malcolm McDowell. There's just no way he's the half father of Emmanuel. It's just not possible, I don't think. But all right, what else is going on? Come on.
What's up with the movies? What's up with the
Well, I'm
the
about
release?
to start another Buddy Games.
Buddy Games 2.
Buddy Games 2.
Are they in pre-production on that?
I would think so. I talked to Josh. He's heading out to Vancouver in about a week.
They give you a final cut on that, like Billy Walsh?
No, I will not get
Josh
final.
Josh probably has.
He has total control. That's his.
I'm just
that's his
asking
thing.
what kind of. I think Dillon.
I know it's Paramount now.
I just want Dillon to. I think Dillon is the star, and I want you.
No,
to just
I'm not
tell
the
him.
star of that show, but I got a better part this time. I got more to do, so it's really funny.
And was it a fun
the
shoot
script
last
is awesome.
time? Was it a fun shoot last time?
It was awesome. Yeah, it was great. The guys are all cool.
But
Vancouver could be. I love Vancouver, the city, but we're not in the city. We're like outside the city.
So he's going.
It's kind of boring out that way, but
he's going in a week.
yeah.
So that means he's leaving to
start.
start prepping in a week. There's
Yeah.
probably a 6-week prep on something like that. So that would lead to.
I'm leaving in about a month. Just a heads up to do this thing.
And how long's the shoot?
It's 3 weeks, I believe.
Nice.
All right, well, I'm hoping before you leave, we get this show sold and we get you signed for a 6-year commitment to the Ramble On Show. That's what I'm hoping. So
All right. All right.
And
It's looking good, man. I gotta say, looking really good.
yeah, I couldn't feel better about it. I'm glad that we took our time, and I'm glad we redid the opening.
Kev, also, we're jumping back into potentially doing some more live shows, but we've signed
Ferrara.
Jerry Ferrara.
How do you know that?
Would be on
Because
board.
I saw it on Instagram.
Jerry Ferrara will be on board. How great would that be?
Be
for
great.
all of us, yeah.
And also,
And Jerry's so good at that too. Like he's great.
and also some other little news that Dillon wasn't here for, but I've exchanged DMs with Adrian, and I know
You're
Dillon
still being a little coy about what
No.
exactly.
No, I posted a picture of him and Lucas, my son, and he sent a nice message, and then we just went back
What
and
was the
forth a little
message?
bit.
Right, that's what I'm saying. He says
His message was like, I can't believe how time is flying or something, and I wrote back something, and I just, as I told Connolly or you, I believe he's ready to come on the podcast. I believe he's ready to do a reboot. I know Jeremy is. I know Jerry is.
We all are.
So I believe, I do. I see the next 24 months as being all of it coming together. Live shows, Ramble On, Entourage. I just do. I
Yeah.
see that all happening. So
you're manifesting it.
We could do it all.
No, I don't know if
Can
I'm
we do it all?
oh yeah, we definitely do it all.
Nice. I
No
like
doubt.
that attitude.
Yeah, well, maybe get Rob Weiss to write the reboot, but because I'm going to focus on Ramble On. But I mean, I think we can do it.
Yeah, Rob and yeah.
Yeah. So
Doug's
We
gonna
need
have-
you in there, Doug, a little bit.
Get
though.
Allie back.
You got to be in there a little bit.
yeah, of
It
course.
wouldn't be the same without
I would totally now. I want one of you to get Adrian on this fucking podcast because I really want him on, and I think it'd be great.
I don't
And
know why you just don't ask him.
I'm scared. I don't like to be rejected.
Afraid of rejection.
Yeah, I just
Sound like
I've
an
taken-
actor.
I've taken so much lately. I've had enough. So, but I would love to get him on. I would also like to get him at these live shows because I think people would lose their mind, and I could actually even sit back and kind of be more of a overseer rather than a piece of
I
talent.
mean, if we get Adrian and Jerry, then we really don't even need you for the live show.
Cut me out. You just send me my bills. We're getting some new merch coming, which Connolly, like Action Park, he called me up yesterday. He said, "Hey, you mind fronting a little cash for the Action Park merch drop?"
No, for the victory merch drop.
So this
But we-
podcast is now officially, besides the Ramble On show costing me money, this podcast is actually costing
No,
me.
you're gonna have your money back in
Well,
a
how
day.
did it go with the investors, Kev? Did you lock down some investors?
Well, close.
All right.
You know who he's talking to now?
Who's that?
It's so weird. This
Cuban.
guy is my brother. He's like a podcast
Rob.
one. By the way, this thing
He'd be great.
This thing's going on that I don't even know about. I'm only called in like I don't even know. Like when I'm kind of a prop, even though I have so much value. And then he does these things that I don't know about. And he's like, "Oh yeah, you didn't know." Like my brother's in the office. I'm like, "Why is my brother?" He's like, "Oh, you didn't know? We just signed a big deal." And wow. So I'm out of the know.
But we're getting it's gonna be a strong finish to 2022 for Action Park, Victory, Ramble On, all that kind of stuff.
I feel that. And,
Feels like it's coming.
All right, what else? Come on, guys. Basketball playoffs. That's over.
Have you been watching that, Kev?
Oh man, yeah.
Games
Yeah.
are not good. It's upsetting.
Really?
I don't think so. I mean, there's
Well, I think they've all been. I'm not all of them, but right now,
the
last
finals,
night's game was great.
They're like blowouts in either direction. I mean,
Last night was tight.
not
Golden State
really.
made a comeback, and then.
But that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of runs. They don't feel like it never felt like Boston wasn't going to win that game, and then Curry got hurt, so I hope he's all right. I mean,
and Luka went off. Luka was great.
This guy's crazy. I mean, Luka's been out for a month.
No,
we know you got a crush on Luka.
I want to talk about Luka.
Have you met Luka? Have you met Luka?
I have not met Luka.
Would you be nervous if you met him?
No,
but Dillon does not get that. He will walk right up, and Dillon also knows boundaries and space.
Yeah.
When Dillon sees the moment, he will walk up to Luka and saying, "How you doing, Luka? Kevin Dillon, nice to meet you. I'm a big fan."
100% will.
100%.
You know what's interesting?
I mean,
because obviously Mark Cuban's in Ramble On, and I was going to actually email him last night. Fallon, who runs Fireside, that's Mark Cuban's company, saw the show and absolutely loved it. Saw a little screening of it, but I wanted to email Mark today. I wonder if Luka was an Entourage fan, but
he's probably too young, right?
I hope not.
Well, nobody is too young.
Yeah.
Young people are watching.
But I think I should ask Mark if he was a fan and if there's any way like he would take a picture with Dillon or something.
Well,
or
you know what? I asked him if I could come to a game. I would have flown out to Dallas to watch one of these playoff
You asked
games.
Mark.
Yeah.
And what did he say?
He said 100%.
He would love to have you.
So what happened then? What happened?
I went to the south of France and Egypt instead. But,
This guy,
Cuban.
this guy hit 5 different countries. Yo, by the way, did you make it to the Dead Sea?
no, not the Dead Sea.
Dead
no.
Sea's awesome.
No. But, I mean, it looks like pretty fun. A lot of salt.
Didn't
you
think
can float around in there.
Didn't think you should take a little trip over to Israel while you're over there, huh? Didn't really think
Well,
it's
Israel's been a little crazy lately with the.
I mean,
there's a lot going on up there.
Honestly,
so I wasn't too far
always
away.
been going on there.
Yeah.
You want to hear something that might be a little bit too much TMI? About the
What's TMI? I don't know what that is.
too much information.
As long as it's not about
I
your
should know
legs,
that,
I'm willing to listen.
So when I went to the Dead Sea and like we did the mud and everybody's like splashing around in the Dead Sea and seriously 60 seconds in, I'm like, this is a mistake. I got out.
Oh, you're
I
burning.
Had to take a shower and I got burnt
Yeah.
What, from the sun?
from the
the salt.
And
It affected your skin.
like, how can I say this without grossing anybody
Oh,
out?
Jesus.
Like, just think of any soft tissue.
Okay.
Like, I couldn't.
Your cojones.
My cojones, my butt, like crack,
Yeah,
my
no,
under.
no,
I couldn't.
now we're
I
going away
couldn't,
to TMI.
I couldn't put my arms
So
down.
the salt is like acidic and it would burn your.
Kevin,
I mean,
it's
listen,
so strong that you can float in
you
this
can't.
air.
You can't get under. Like
Why haven't I heard people burning from
Because look at his fucking skin. This guy should
Really?
not be in
That
a
makes that
desert.
by the
much
way,
of a
listen.
difference?
Everybody else was having a grand old
Yeah,
time.
exactly.
I got you.
Everybody else having a grand old time. I knew immediately. I said something is wrong. I got out. I wet myself down. I'll show you the picture. I'm like, please get this mud off of me. But honestly,
Wow.
like under my arms, like my butthole. It's
All
terrible.
right.
Ew.
He's really. I mean,
I'm gonna have to take a look at that.
by the way, there's going to be guys on the hockey rink yelling shit
yo,
about
my-
this.
Hey, butthole.
Dude, my penis was burnt. Everything
What?
was burnt.
By the way,
And shrinkage. Forget about that. I mean, it's
Dylan.
never grown back.
Dylan, am I? Is he trying to be funny now? He's
I'm
like
not-
going
it's
into
working.
more and
It's
more and
working.
more, and I don't even like. We get it. We get
What
it. Get
other
a part.
parts? Are there any other parts?
But honestly,
Your taint? What about your taint?
what's taint?
What's taint? You don't know what a taint is?
What's a taint?
Well, it taint
good
your
Lord.
butthole and it taint your balls. It's the place right in between.
Oh yeah, it was fucked up. My
He had a
taint,
fucked up taint.
my taint was a mess, bro.
I gotta
shit.
tell you, I would love.
I couldn't
My
see.
taint was a mess.
Dude, my taint was burning from the heavens, bro. It was like
I would
His taint
literally.
was on
I
fire.
would pay for us to go back together just so I could toss you in the Dead Sea and see how it goes. I would like to see.
I would like to see you try to toss me into the dead
Oh,
sea.
I got
I
a
would
feeling
throw
I
your
might-
ass in the fucking.
I'd like to see you try that one.
We'll see who's going to the dead sea.
I'm afraid
first.
to go in the Dead Sea now, too. Irishmen like me might
By the
burn.
way,
I'm telling you, your taint will be a mess.
I love when Connolly gets
taint
tough.
will be on
Not on
fire.
the
By the way,
rink though.
I'm going like I don't know what this is taint, but yeah, bro, the taint was banged up, and honestly, I couldn't.
What are you?
I had a hard time
a muscle
sitting
relaxer
down.
today.
I had a hard time sitting down. I had a hard
shit.
time. I had a hard
killing me,
time.
dude. You're killing
My
me.
armpits hurt. I was a fucking mess.
By the way, Connolly
man.
is not usually like vulgar. He's kind of like, you know, and now
I don't think I'm
are
being
you on a
vulgar.
muscle relaxer?
I said
like,
butthole.
No, but you keep it your penis like enough. You're making people sick.
Your
There's people-
scrotum? I mean, come on.
There's people driving and just trying to mind their own business. There's
My
people
scrot
eating
was on
breakfast.
fire.
I mean,
My scrotum.
This got you on camera scratching your balls. At least nobody has to look at
He's
it.
talking about a podcast from months ago. I was not scratching my balls. I was injured from professional pickleball. Okay,
But
so
and they caught you scratching them again?
Yeah, you
I mean, you're talking
you
about
were
that
there
was
for
like
that.
a year
The
ago.
epic scratch.
Weird that
I thought you did it again. I thought
Kev, not weird that he's still thinking about
He
that?
did it. You did it
before he goes to sleep.
He did it recently, and I let him slide on it just because I didn't want to. I don't know. It just didn't feel like the right time. But I caught him tugging away.
I really.
Oh yeah, tugging.
I don't really do that. I'm fine with that. But Dillon, you also missed while you were gone when Emmanuel was here. 2 professional pickleball players came. That could have. Wow. So you could have heard some about my skills, which Connolly is still very bitter about.
I want to play, man. I want to get into this.
Yeah, take some lessons for about 4 or 5 years, and then
No,
I'll
I think I'm good right away. You saw me play, Kev.
You're
pickleball?
You're not good, bro. Not like that.
I saw him in pickleball.
How dare
Where
you.
was that?
I mean,
I
we were.
smoked some guy who plays all the time.
I will beat you with my phone.
He probably will too.
Yo, you, Dillon, cornhole, darts, pool,
Alternative sports.
all of that.
Yeah.
You're the best.
Yeah.
You're not up to par with these
Pinball.
guys on pickleball.
No,
Pinball.
I'm not. But I think I could beat you.
Oh yeah.
If I can't beat you, I might as well. Just,
You know what, bro? You
I'm
probably
just
can't
kidding,
beat.
dude. Oh,
I mean, I've played enough pickleball to where you have to play a little bit just to learn the game.
Yeah.
So initially, yeah, I'd beat you. But Doug plays with like real guys.
You know when you Dillon, you play him
You're
right
like the
after he
me-
comes
you're
out
like
of the
the me
Dead
of the
Sea. You
road.
play him right
I'm ready
then.
to go. When he can't move, it's because his taint is on fire.
I can't believe I never heard of a taint. So again,
What? How it's what?
I don't know. I've not heard of it. Where is it again?
Where what is he? I swear. Are you on something right now?
Am I on something? No,
Yes.
bro.
Taint your
You seem
balls
like a
and
different
taint
person
your
right now.
asshole.
Yeah.
Okay. But I still don't. Is that why it's called the taint?
Yes, that's
Okay.
why.
Well,
Right. Like, what do we call this? Because it's not this and it's not that.
It's the taint.
this is
Okay.
the
I love
weirdest
it.
conversation.
You knew what it
He's
was?
acting like Daryl. Yes, obvious. So does every guy listening to this.
I do
He's
not-
acting like
I do-
Daryl Hannah and Splash. Like
I do
he's
not
like
agree.
never been around.
Hold on a
anything.
second. Stock tip Dave.
Oh, that's the guy to ask.
What's up?
Do you know what the taint is?
No, just from the description you guys just gave.
Wow.
Wow.
You guys got to climb out of that hole you've been in.
Christ.
My
Jesus
goodness.
Christ.
This is embarrassing.
You know what
for
the
you
Dead
guys.
Sea is, stock tip? Have you ever heard of the Dead Sea?
I've been in it.
Yeah. And,
Watch
and
your
did you-
taint
How did
when
your
you go-
By the way,
taint, Dave? How'd your taint hold up in the Dead Sea?
Everything burned from
But-
your fingernails to your armpits to
Wow.
everything.
Oh wow, weak skin as well.
Your
I felt
butthole hurt
great
too,
after,
Dave?
because it's actually supposed to be healing, and the mud is
I was 12
actually
years old,
healing.
but everything burned. I was in pain for hours.
Dave, that's weird because you're not quite as pale.
Yeah,
as
but
Connolly.
he's pasty. Have you ever seen Dave? Dave's
Dave's been tanning, so that's not even his accurate color right now.
He's right. He's
Dave's-
pasty.
I'm in a dark room too.
Dave's
Dave's
tans 3 days a week. All right. Well, anyway, people want to hear. They want us to do an episode, so we.
That
gotta-
wasn't a highbrow. That wasn't exactly a highbrow episode.
Yeah, I don't think we're getting a streaming for this episode.
What we're gonna cut? Let's go. We'll cover an episode next time.
We'll cover an episode. I'm Dillon because I noticed I'm eating my mush.
is
have been. This is overnight oats. You know the mush.
mush.
you-
No,
I don't
like
know
a-
the mush.
But Dylan, you
It's new
look.
packaging.
Wow,
Yeah,
I
new
should
pack-
get some mush.
No. You should. I live on this because I have to live. We'll talk about that. But anyway, I was going to say from this trip, you look lean and mean. You said
Active. He was active.
were
He's in the
active.
sun. He's in the
you were
sun.
active, and did you eat
food is
well on this
better.
trip? Because it's always hard on a trip.
You know what? I ate pretty well. I
Yeah.
ate pretty well.
Did you get the Egyptian revenge?
Yeah.
Yes, I mean,
That's always good for 5 or 6 pounds. Huh?
there's no such thing as a solid stool in Egypt.
What do you eat at the
kidding,
pyramids?
kidding,
What do you
but,
eat at the
Yeah,
pyramids?
at one stage I did feel a little stomach in.
I haven't
Right.
been to the pyramids in 35 years. So what'd you eat there?
They look the same.
Well, I was staying at the Four Seasons, so I got back there and I ate Chinese food in Egypt.
Isn't
it was amazing.
Isn't it amazing how the Four Seasons
duck.
in Beverly Hills is exactly the same as it is in Cairo, Egypt? It's incredible.
Yeah, it's
just-
great
it's
everywhere you
incredible.
go.
Yeah.
It just holds up everywhere.
Interesting. We had a little screening of Ramble On at the Four Seasons Beverly Hills last night. Actually,
Really?
Yeah, a little group.
Oh, thanks for the call. I appreciate that.
I didn't even know you were in town.
No.
actually.
Don't worry about it.
We do want to do an interview. Dude, the Nutter interview with
Gary Cole, who played Andrew Klein, who's amazing, he wants to do the podcast. So we just need someone like from your staff,
Right.
which also we got to talk about that. Dillon, this guy's an Emmy nominee. He's now the star of Buddy Games 2. He walks in here every
And he
week.
gets fucking Cheetos
He
and
just
coffee.
wants a coffee,
He's
though.
got a coffee and the fucking Cheetos.
I
Dave
know,
ran
I
out
know.
to get him.
But he's got to
I know, and I
ask.
appreciate that. But we should probably have some.
You want it waiting,
even
though.
instant coffee, maybe a little kettle, so I can have a coffee.
I just wonder,
myself.
do you feel uncomfortable asking?
I'm
you
jet
want it here
lagged.
when you
I'm
get
so
here,
jet
though.
lagged right now. I'm like, I need a coffee.
But how does
'cause
your
it's-
brain react when you walk in here every week and the coffee's not here? Do you want to kill Connolly or no? Like, what's your brain?
Why
say?
would he want to kill me?
For not taking care of him. For not,
Well, yeah, actually, Kevin,
He had,
No, I'm kidding.
he had a coffee and cheese doodles in 5 seconds.
It's cool. Yeah, I got my cheese doodles. Yeah,
I mean,
good.
it's a great the breakfast of champions.
I'm good.
Coffee
Dave,
and
Dave
cheese
was
doodles.
good enough to run out and get that.
Dave got
no,
that.
Dave's the best.
Appreciate
I
that.
just think like let's get him.
I think we should
You
just
know
get
what
a little.
I'm
I'm gonna do it.
Can
I'm
I
gonna get a
give
kettle, I'm gonna
$250
get some coffee.
into the pot? Get him Cheetos so for the next 10
We could order a box of Cheetos.
Like they don't
We'll
go.
order a
What's
box.
the
Don't you guys
shelf
care
life?
about my health? Why are you buying
What's the
Cheetos?
shelf life on that garbage? It's got to last 5 years.
I don't know, but these taste a little stale.
you
I don't know
want-
where you got them.
I'll make sure you have a mush every week if you want it here. But if
I'll
you're
try
gonna,
mush.
this is phenomenal.
You know what I want to try
yeah,
to do next
I'll try
time?
it.
I think we should try to get the three of us and Farrar. Let's try to get Farrar on next week.
Dylan, why don't you make the call?
Yeah.
No, I'll ask Jerry if he'll
Okay,
come in and do
all
the
right.
four of us. I don't want to ask Adrian, but
I'll ask Adrian.
I called him
If you-
recently. I was trying to get him to play
confirm
golf. with me.
Jerry, I will ask Adrian and say we're all.
I mean,
doing
I
it.
can't confirm Jerry. I'm going to say, yo, Dylan's back in town. We
No,
want to
no.
cover an episode with the four of us.
What do you mean
And-
you can't confirm? Once he says yes, he's confirmed. That's all.
Yeah, but I'm going to try to get him to say yes, but I can't guarantee that he's going to
I
say
don't think
yes.
you're understanding what I mean. Once he confirms with you and you tell me Jerry's in, I will call Adrian.
So you're saying that until Jerry, I have a confirmation from Jerry, you won't call Adrian?
no, because I want to say we got Jerry and everybody wants you. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's.
It's
I'm
weird.
not making a challenge to you. I'm just saying.
I think you got something wrong with your taint.
I just think
You got a
Adrian.
salty taint.
I just think Adrian, who
He's got a
would-
rash on his
By the way,
taint.
Adrian would do great in the Dead Sea with his.
Yeah,
dark skin.
Adrian is
But-
not going to burn. His
but-
taint's going to be just fine.
But I would just think if I say Adrian, we got everybody. I'll ask Jeremy too because I still want to read. I want to do a read of the original Entourage pilot with the five of you, and I believe it's going to happen at some point. So
I don't think so, but we'll see.
Jesus, you're
We'll
so
see.
fucking negative.
Yeah, you got a really sour attitude.
God.
Fuck, you'd think his taint was on fire.
You learned something new. By the way, maybe that's the title of the episode.
Yeah, sounds great. Sounds great.
If you think
the taint.
Yo, if I asked 10 dudes between 30 and 50 if they knew what the taint was.
Until Stockton,
I would guess
all of them know it.
80%.
Eight of
I would
10?
say 90%.
Oh, okay.
And especially
You guys
athletes.
really have your ear to the street, you kids.
I mean, if you say it to any real dude, yeah, they'll know.
I mean, I'm just wondering if it's like a term that disappeared. There's no way anyone over 40 does not know. I don't believe anyone doesn't know what that is. Besides him and
Hey, by the
Stockton.
way,
pretty
did you guys see Top Gun, the new movie?
Yes.
Yeah, how was it?
I thought the first hour and a half was like amazing, amazing, and then it got a little silly, but it was amazing. By the way, Tom Cruise's best performance in so long.
Is it possible that Tom Cruise gets nominated for an Oscar for this movie?
You know what? It's
I've
weird
heard
because-
I don't know if that's possible.
And I know
He's great,
I'll
and
get
he-
crushed for this. I got it. I know. I was never a fan of the original Top Gun. I know it's an amazing movie. I got it. And Tom
You know
Cruise,
what? It wasn't an amazing movie.
And I
just watched it last night, and I thought it was like
I watched it
hard
this
to
week,
watch.
and Tom Cruise just sits there and smiles the entire fucking time. Whatever. I know people.
It's-
love it.
you don't like the
like,
scene when he says, "I will fire when I am goddamn." You know, I thought that was pretty.
I don't like it. But this movie, I got emotional. The scene with
Right.
him and Val Kilmer,
Well, I
not
haven't
because we
seen it
know
yet.
Val.
I haven't seen
I'm
it
not
yet,
telling you a thing about it. But Val Kilmer, actually, I was
I didn't know Val
emotional
Kilmer was
during
in it, so you just ruined that part for me.
Yes, you did. It's all over the papers. Val's in it. He
Yeah.
played the Sherpa.
It's all over
Well, you know,
Instagram.
watching the first one, it was like everyone's sweaty and shirtless throughout the whole movie. It was so weird.
This movie is
How hungry were
very
those
good.
guys when they were shooting that scene? They hadn't eaten for days leading
Oh
up to
yeah,
that scene.
they were all sucking it in too. You could see
Fasting.
that. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you
Fasting.
the most depressing. This doesn't spoil anything. Cruz is actually older than all three of us, and
Is he really?
And Cruz is shirtless in this fucking movie on the beach with a bunch of
20 or 5-year-olds.
athletic 25-year-olds, and
Right.
he fucking looks just as good as it's crazy.
Wow.
$1 billion, you know, not
Cruz-
to say that he doesn't put the work in, but, you know,
Cruz's
Yeah, you
tank
gotta
would
put
do well
work
in the
in,
Dead
but
Sea, right?
It
Right.
helps having.
chefs and trainers, and he's
Yep.
got a great taint. I bet his taint.
Wow, I bet you think about it every night before you go to sleep.
We can make all the
Have to rub some
excuses.
salt
We
in
can
his
make
taint.
all the excuses we want. There's a lot of rich actors who have access to whatever they want. He's in
100%.
great
That's
shape.
not the tick. Listen,
Like, you know.
the guy is known for like his work.
But
ethic.
Pitt also, like Pitt in Once Upon a Time, it was just like, okay, he's 60 years old and he's looks like he's 30.
I got to
so.
imagine he's got some genetics.
Of course.
Different genetics.
Yeah. He'd do well in the Dead Sea also.
Yeah,
He's
right.
better skin than you. I mean.
Yes, he does.
According to Google, there's 3 different definitions of the word taint.
Do you want to tell us, Dave?
Spit it out, bro.
If it's used as a noun, it's a trace of a bad or undesirable quality or substance. As a verb, it's a contaminant or a pollute. And then here's the one you guys are referring to.
Dave, I think we all know. I think he knows the word taint.
I want to hear the
talking about this
definition.
specific.
Give me the definition of taint, the last one.
Yeah.
Okay. In human anatomy, it says the perineum, also called the taint, grundle, or gooch, is generally defined as the surface region in both males and females between the pubic symphysis.
Oh, for fuck's sake! I gotta
Spit it out.
I'll tell you, I almost puked when I thought No, I'm serious. Combine the word Kevin Connolly and gooch, and you almost puke. You almost automatically
wait,
throw
Dave,
up.
Say and try it in English this time. Can you read the first line of the definition?
In human anatomy, the perineum, also called the taint, grundle, or gooch,
The grundle.
The gooch and the grundle.
Dylan's grundle is on
My
fire.
grundle is burning.
I gotta tell you, I feel like
Wow, it's
finally-
actually in the dictionary.
You know what? I'm serious.
I stand
Actually, I'm not even
corrected.
fucking around right now. I'm actually worried. Don't lie to me. Because you played last night, because you're talking about all this pain and bruising, did you take any painkillers today? Seriously, don't lie.
Do you think?
Don't fucking lie to me.
I
Lie to
swear
girls.
to God on my mother's grave.
All right.
What? He doesn't seem bad to me.
He's just, you know what? He's more open and vulgar
happy
than he
to have
normally
me
is.
back.
Man, it could be it. He's happy.
Don't lie to me. Did you take a painkiller?
How many pain pills did you take?
No, I'm actually. I'm not gonna lie. I'm banged up, and I got to the office late today. Like I had to lay in bed.
Yeah.
You know.
And also last week, my brother had a party at his house, which, by the way, this piano concert pianist play. It was one of the most amazing things I've seen at someone's home. This kid was so incredible, and I wish I could remember his name right now, which I know Kevin did. But Kevin, he got there early.
Well, I had to leave early.
You didn't leave
no.
early.
Here's what I was told: that it was a sit-down dinner.
It was.
So I show up at the time that you're supposed to. I didn't
no,
get there
there
early. I got there at 6 o'clock.
Sorry, I wasn't. Mr. Defensive, I wasn't making fun of you. All I was saying is
But
I
I
thought
got
you
there
were
on
gonna
time.
You got there on time, okay? Your taint arrived when it was supposed to. Okay, but you seemed to be like you were going to get out of there early. The next thing I know, when I was leaving at 9 for a 6 o'clock start time, you're hammered, and then the next day I didn't hear from you till 1 o'clock, and when you called, he sounded like...
Yeah.
Like me
he
season
overstayed
1
his
Entourage
welcome.
premiere. Oh, yeah.
No. There were still people there, but you know how it goes.
You got banged
It always
up.
happens when you're not planning on it, right?
It always happens
Well,
when,
you know
when
what?
someone's
Did
playing
you eat?
Chopin. I mean,
Did you eat?
who
I-
does shots
you
while
gotta
there's a
eat.
concert pianist
We
playing?
ate, but it was unlimited jump. Dude, Rob Ellin don't fuck around, bro. It ain't just one bottle of
I
Johnny
used-
Blue.
I
It's
used to-
Johnny Blue until you don't want to drink Johnny Blue anymore. That's
I
just all there
used
is
to
to it.
party with your brother Rob in Malibu. We used to have a great time.
Right.
man.
It's not like, hey,
He's
we're out
fun.
of Johnny Blue.
Can I tell you
got it.
something that'll
He's got it.
embarrass me?
Right.
I don't drink that much anymore.
When are
and
you bringing the Johnny Blue into the office?
I'll bring it tomorrow because I really don't drink
He's
anymore.
got Johnny Green for you.
But yeah,
That's
exactly.
fine.
Or maybe
Love
red.
Johnny Green.
Let me
All
tell
right,
you.
what's the low end?
Red.
Yeah, he's got some red for you, bro.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, this is a little embarrassing. I go to New York and my buddy Mitch Krieger from high school, and I don't drink that much anymore. I take my edibles and I don't drink. So I was drinking Johnny Walker, and it's the night before my daughter's high school graduation weekend.
Alcohol poisoning?
It sounds like the premiere.
I'm embarrassed. I'm 54 years old. I have not thrown up from alcohol since.
You threw up
I'm talking
like you were sick.
in the Regency Hotel the entire night. Now,
a
part
bad
of me
feeling.
was I
That's a bad feeling.
food poisoned because I didn't feel like I was that drunk for a day. The next day I had to go to the graduation.
So wait,
and
did you were throwing up after drinking?
Yes.
Okay.
It was
It's hangover.
horrible.
No, that would have been the next day. He would have been throwing
The
up.
No,
day
when he
blew
got
up.
back to the hotel, like he had like the late onset
This
hangover before the
was-
sleep.
Well, it's
throw up.
probably good you got rid of that
I was gonna
alcohol. It's good to throw
This
up.
was from 12 midnight till 4 o'clock the next afternoon. And I had to drive to Connecticut. I had an Uber. And in the car, still, I had to pull over. That night, I had to go to dinner with, my ex-wife's family and my kids.
By the way,
and
you should have got some content.
I was in bad shape. And then the content I get, this is a sad thing, and I just want to, my daughter went to school in Connecticut, and New Haven, Connecticut, which is where Yale is, has, two of the best pizza places on the planet Earth, and Sally's and Frank Pepe. So we went back to both, and I just want to say, I went to Sally's, and I got treated like a king through the.
You threw up their pizza.
No. I didn't throw up there. And
I got an empty stomach. I need a whole pie.
Dave, do me a favor and please, if you mind, look at Sally's Pizza Instagram. But anyway, I went there. They walked me through the kitchen like Ray Liotta and Goodfellas.
How'd they know you?
They took
You have a Johnny Bananas hat on?
my friend Tom Kelly called them and said, I'm coming, with the guy who created Entourage, and the guy was a big fan. I got there, he literally
They thought you were Dave Portnoy, probably.
This is a sad story. Let me finish. And he said, I got there, he held the parking spot for me, walked me through, gave us all the pizzas, and comped the pizzas, and I took Lucas, and it's amazing, and Frank Pepe's too. Both of them are incredible in New Haven. And I looked at the Instagram of Sally's yesterday, and the guy died. He's like 40 years old. I mean, it's like 5th post on the Sally's Instagram, David. You can look. But anyway,
way to end this
heart
on a
attack
good
or something? Or?
I don't know, but rest in peace. It's a horrible story, and I was really sad. He was such a nice guy. And
Dude, it happens quick, bro. Jay Goldberg, our doctor that delivered Kennedy, had a heart attack, 53 years old, at the Will Rogers State Park, off the side.
And
of the
that's my ex-wife's doctor for 20 years, and Ted Foxman's son's
delivered Kennedy.
So anyway,
Dude, that's why I'm taking this blood pressure medication now. I've been living with hypertension for all this time.
But you got to get rid of the Cheetos. It's just
They're good.
You know what? I really just do it here because I didn't eat breakfast, and I got to have some kind of carbs to.
Carved up. He looks great, bro.
Yeah.
Look at him. The guy's,
come
guy's
on.
lean to mean. That's
Look
a
at
cool
me. I'm
t-shirt.
an animal.
All right, let's wrap this
I'm
up.
going to wrap this up, but I just want to see this. Just I'm looking at the.
What are you looking at?
I'm looking at so Blake Maynard is his name, and
he was like, you hung with him, and he's just gone that quick.
just got it. It was a week ago, and he couldn't have been nicer. And he's a young guy, and I don't know what happened, but my condolences to his family and everybody who likes pizza. Sally's and Frank Pepe's in New Haven are just incredible. So anyway, everybody, take care of yourself, stay young, and we got a big year ahead. I feel it, and so Connolly just like.
Lay off the painkillers.
Lay off the painkillers, okay?
You just seem very open. You seem very open. Yeah, I'm open, bro. I'm an open book. Why? Because I talked about my taint. Talked about some of my.
We got to stop him, Kevin.
Talked about every one of your private parts today.
He really did, and he's going into
I'm glad Dave also experienced it. I'm glad Dave experienced
what?
Well, Dave had trouble with his taint in the Dead Sea as well. That's amazing. All right, I learned something new. I didn't know that. By the way, I can't believe that's in the dictionary. All right.
Someone from Action Park is going to reach out to Gary Cole. You're going to reach out to Jerry. I'm going to reach out to Adrian.
Someone from Action Park.
Like
there is no one.
Staff.
There is no one on staff.
How about the taint fueled?
You want Dave to call? Hi, Dave Van Grove, Action Park Media. I'd like to get Gary Cole in the studio. That would be a disaster.
Right, I'll try to call Gary Cole.
All right,
I feel like
that's it.
Ass.
Wrap it up.
All right. Victory the podcast. We'll be back. Doug Ellin.